Hey, so looks like spring finally arrived. My neighbor has just finished up mowing his lawn, and I see people out on the baseball field socially distancing. And there's always more and more people out going for walks now in front of the house. And it's great to see. There's a there's like a new energy that comes with spring, even in these sort of not so ideal times like we're having right now. And I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you're feeling that new energy too. So, of course, we've been pretty busy here at the church since Easter. We've had Matt Carricker come and do a guest service for us, and Tara preached last Sunday. And of course, we've been doing other things as well. Lots of planning meetings, a book discussion, and more things in the hopper, I guess we could say, as we're getting more used to having this church of this online experience of being together while also being other places. And it's feeling a little bit less weird, at least for me, which is good too. Today, actually, I'm recording on a backup camera, so we'll see how that goes. One of the things that keeps me up at night is worrying that we'll run out of ways to keep in touch as the church. So we got an extra one that I'm testing out today. So we have some things going on that I'd like to talk about a little bit. First of all, the RE committee has started a project of basically story time readings, reading children's books. We have 4, I think, now. There'll be more as we go along. Right now it's just me and Tara reading, but other people are planning on doing it as well. And we'll post a link at some point on Facebook and in the newsletter. So if anyone wants to tap into those, if you have kids or you know kids who might be interested in listening to me and Tara read stories, then you can get in and access that. Or if you want to, maybe you do. So that's something that we're doing right now that I just wanted to mention. And I also want to tell you a little bit about what's coming up this Sunday, because this is a communion Sunday. This will be the second communion Sunday we've had, but we've actually had communion. It will be the 4th communion we've had, because we also had a communion service for Maundy Thursday and a communion service at Easter sunrise. And those two are a little bit different. This one will be just like the communion Sunday that we had the first time. So just be sure to have with you something to eat, something to drink. It can be cereal and grapefruit juice. It can be coffee and donuts, whatever works for you. It can be bread and wine. If you can manage it in the morning, why not? So whatever works for you. I don't actually know what I'm going to have for communion yet. We'll figure that out. And what we're going to talk about is spring. We're sort of on a nature kick, which often happens this time of year because it is a time of rebirth, and then it's a time of growth as well. And when we do that, I often refer to some of my favorite nature writers. I think you know this. And one of them that we've heard from before is Celia Thaxter. So I thought today I would start with our reading, or for our reading for this Sunday, I would read something from her book. It was a short book that she wrote, the last book she wrote, called An Island Garden, which is a series of essays. Celia Thaxter, in case you don't remember, I know I read her fairly frequently, at least 3 or 4 times a year. She was a transcendentalist, sort of the second generation of transcendentalists, a poet, an essayist, and a conversationalist, and a gardener. And she had a garden on Appledore Island, which is across the harbor from Star Island, where I sometimes go. I know I've mentioned that too. But here's a piece from her that we'll also have on Sunday. Often I hear people say, "How do you make your plants flourish like this?" as they admire the little flower patch I cultivate in summer or the window gardens that bloom for me in winter. I can never make my plants blossom like this. What is your secret? And I answer with one word: love. For that includes all: the patience that endures continual trial, the constancy that makes perseverance possible, the power of foregoing ease of mind and body to minister to the necessities of the thing beloved, and the subtle bond of sympathy, which is important, if not more so than all the rest. For though I cannot go so far as a witty friend of mine who says that when he goes out to sit in the shade on his piazza, his wisteria vine leans toward him and lays her head on his shoulder, I am fully and intensely aware that plants are conscious of love and respond to it as they do to nothing else. So we're talking about gardens, and we're also talking about growing and nurturing things. Some of us are gardeners. I'm actually not a very good one, but I do have mine started a little bit. But we all try, I think, in our own ways to support and nurture and grow parts of ourselves, passions and interests we have. And of course, we try to help each other. We try to nurture and grow our community and our friends and our family as we all journey through this world. So I hope to see you, at least metaphorically, on Sunday for worship. And in coffee hour too, for those of you who can make it. And remember, bring something for communion. Until then, you know where to find me, so please keep in touch. Bye.